Some of the fundamentals that have to exist in a program for the program to be successful. We've looked at maybe 5 key incentive program fundamentals. Number 1, having clear objectives. Have you set forth internally what it means for success with your incentive program? What does it look like with engagement? What does the member what should the member experience? What do you want them to gain from participating in the program? The next item is the targeting of members, actually placing the correct members into the program where you're trying to move the needle. This could be members with open gaps in care, HEDIS measures, quality-related measures. This could be participation measures. If it's a commercial plan, you might want activity to be at the forefront of the incentivized actions. The third item, is there an ease of participation? Does the member have the ability to participate with your offering only on paper, for example? Or is this a multi-channel type of participation program? They should have access from a digital perspective first. Most members have access to either a browser on their desktop or on their phone. At the library, at a very bare minimum, create a structure by which the member can easily participate. Does the plan meet local requirements? Most states have some sort of requirement. You get into programs with very specific measure attainment requirement that has to have reasonable alternatives. Are you providing a structure that meets your state, local, and even plan requirements? And then, is there a loop as the 5th item for continuous feedback? Does the member have the option or the ability to communicate with you on things that are important? Do you get data? Do you get reports? That constantly feeds back to your program so that you can improve it. But most importantly, it's what are you incentivizing? What is incentivized in the program? What components are incentivized? And so as we look at a valuable incentive-based program from a fundamental standpoint, there are a handful of items that should be considered either participation-based, they can be completion-based, or they can be attainment-based. So these are the items that you're going to incentivize to encourage them to participate and to move the needle on. So participation-based, this might be participating in a health assessment, participating in a challenge, participating in a coaching session, a health fair, accessing their member portal, accessing their EAP, etc. On completion-based items, did they do their flea shot? On completion-based items, did they complete their flu shot? Did they complete that next well baby visit? Did they have their annual screening, their mammogram, their eye exam, their dental exam? Did they go do that new PCP visit, etc.? Third items are attainment-based items. This is generally used in commercial plans where you're saying, if you meet your BMI or your A1C or your cholesterol, your goal percentages or measures, you get a reduction in premium. And a lot of times there's multiple measures, and then again, the reasonable alternative has to be in place. Those are things from an attainment standpoint. And then you talk about types of rewards. So the fundamentals of the program being, is it structured correctly? Is it incentivized correctly? Is it structured correctly? Is it incentivized correctly? And then how are you rewarding the member? Are the types of rewards you're offering them assisting them, supporting them in moving the needle? So there are multiple types of rewards that can be available, from retail-specific gift cards, a reloadable branded debit cards, Visa, MasterCard, a branded Amazon-like reward store where the member can take their points that they've earned by participating with your plan, your program, and buying things. Could be health-related items. It could be anything. It could be magazine subscriptions. It could be swag-related items, items with your plan's brand on them. Could also be premium discounts, right? There's a myriad of ways to structure the reward. And remember, incentives and rewards, two different things. So what incentives work best? We asked our banking partner, hey, of all the things that you incent, that you mail out to members when they've completed tasks within a member rewards program or incentive-based program, what's the most popular? They said in the Medicaid space that the Walgreens gift card is the most popular item. It makes it simple. Walgreens doesn't have, most Walgreens don't have a tremendous amount of ATF-related items from a restriction standpoint, so those cards can be locked down to not include alcohol or tobacco. Generally, Walgreens. For the Medicare line of business, there's two views of this. There's the one that the plan likes to give out, and there's the one that the members like to receive. So plans love to give out Walmart gift cards with those ATF restrictions, even restricting further down to the SKU level if it was maybe for prescriptions or health food related items or wellness related items. The members, though, they like to redeem Publix grocery store gift cards. So the plan likes to give and the members like to receive two different retail stores in that scenario. And then on commercial plans, swag items or redeemable items. For commercial plans, the members seem to like the tangible items with the company logo on it, right? So the two most popular items are the puffy coat and some sort of a Camelback water bottle. They can have the company's brand, your plan's brand. They like sharing that. It could be your company's or your plan's wellness program brand if you've done that all the way down to that level. So you've got program design, you've got types of things that you can incent, you've got the types of rewards that the members like or that are even available in a true program. And then you have this tracking functionality, right? Can the member log in and see, this is part of that clearly articulated and communicated, and the way the member can communicate with you, provide feedback. There should be an app. There should be a connectivity portion where the member can communicate with you, but they can also see where they're at. Where are they at in the earning process, the total points available, and how many they've earned, things they've redeemed, etc. Data is another key element in this communication loop, right? You're communicating data with the member for things that need to be gap closed or incented, and the member is communicating back to the program, which then feeds information to the plan. So can your plan get data out of this? Can it get the raw data around everything happening with the member in the incentive-based program on whatever platform you're using? And does the member have access to reports to show them along this route as well? The one thing that is always overlooked, we've probably touched on this in our previous conversation, I'm sure we'll touch on it again, is all of this doesn't work if the program isn't end-to-end, right? If the fundamentals of the program are not built correctly with the objectives, the ease of participation, the feedback loops, clearly identified types of items that are incented to drive member interaction, clearly articulated types of rewards that the member can earn towards, all of this is in a sense moot if you're using multiple vendors to accomplish it, because there's an extra layer of complexity for the member and for the plan to communicate all of this information from disparate systems. For example, we hear from many of our plan clients that have come to us recently that they're using 2 to 3 different vendors to accomplish the solution. Well, that's a lot. We hear from our plan clients consistently that they're using multiple vendors to solve for this incentive program with rewards. Many times what's happening is the plan is using an Excel sheet. The plan is using an Excel sheet to capture the information and track it internally. They're using some sort of platform to communicate to the member after they've loaded data in that directs this solution to communicate to the member. And then once the member has earned something, they have to take an extract or an export, take that report or manually or manually manipulate their Excel document to send it out to the reward vendor. So really the key is having an end-to-end solution. We're going to talk about this more in our next segment.